I defeated every bosses in Plants vs Zombies 2 without dying a single time in just one day. Yeah. This video took so long to do, and yes, I did use a bit of cheats, or not cheats, a bit of cheesy strats every now and then in this video, but either way, it was really fun. And this took about a month to do, so if you like this video, make sure to give this video a like. Yeah, let's just go. So the first boss will be in the ancient Egypt world, which is the Sphinxinator, which is that guy. And please ignore my face cam, that's just there to prove that this is my video recording. So the goal is to deal as much damage to him in the fastest way possible, kind of like a speedrun. So he does just these basic attacks, just summon a bunch of zombies every now and then and send a bunch of missiles to destroy your plants. And every once in a while just stepping on your plants, but he rarely does that. And yes, I do have a booster for my cabbage iced thing that I forgot to give me a bit of an advantage, though I wouldn't really need it. This boss is actually quite easy. So if you can see on the top, that is his life, and it is divided into 3. So every time you damage him, the bar goes down, and every time you make a bar go down, his AI changes, meaning that his moves and attacks changes every now and then. The Gargantuars has arrived, but it's not really that much of a problem here. So my tactic is just using a bunch of plant food on my plants to deal as much damage to him as possible. Down to just 1 bar. He just stepped on my plant, but that's okay because he defeated his Gargantuar for me. And just like that, he has been defeated. 1 boss down. You can tell how excited I was here. Next boss will be in the Pirate Seas, which is the Plank Walker, which is basically like a boat with legs. Not much of a problem here. So yeah, same strat, try to damage him as much as you can. Basic attacks, just sending a bunch of cannons with midget zombie bullets. Putting cherry bombs next to him to deal as much damage as him. And the strat I use is to put plant food on the cannons. It doesn't matter if you miss, the explosion will cause him damage either way. So yeah, this one isn't too difficult. As you can see, I'm just 2 bars down. Using plant food on the cannonballs until the Gargantuars has arrived. Not that big of a deal anyway. So yeah, the plant food on the cannonballs is a pretty good strat. One bar down. He just stepped on my plant, but it doesn't really matter. Stunned him. And just like that, he has been defeated. Another boss down. Next will be in the Wild West, Cowboy Days. And in this one we will be fighting the War Wagon, which is a wagon with legs and wheels for feet, and a bull backpack. Yeah, same strat. Try to damage him as much as you can in the fastest way possible. So yeah, the only annoying thing here is that piano guy, but other than that, nothing real much. So a strat I use in this one is to put plant food on the winter melons to damage him as much as you can. Melons melons do so much damage, and with the winter melon it makes them slower, so it's a good strat to use here. So yeah, he just uses these basic attacks, summoning a bunch of zombies every now and then, and shooting a bunch of missiles every now and then, and also stepping on a bunch of plants every now and then. He shoots more than one missile here, which isn't that much of a problem. One bar down. As you can see, the winter melons makes him really slow because he's a bit frozen here. I use the plant food on the P guy because I know that the gargantuars will arrive here. And then another winter melon. Winter melons again. And just like that, another boss has been killed. Yeah, the next boss will be in the Frostbite Caves, which is basically just, you know, the Ice Age. And the boss we'll be fighting is the Taskmaster 10,000 BC, which is pretty much just a robotic mammoth, controlled by yours truly, the Zomboss. Yeah, same strat, just damage him as much as you can. So the first few seconds is pretty bad. Got one plant down. And another. But it's totally fine, you know, not too crazy. So his attacks in this one is just shooting a bunch of ice catapults, and then blowing his horn or his trunk with ice, freezing your plants. But luckily we have fire plants to warm them up. And yes, no cosplay for this one because I don't have anything ice themed. And he also does that with his trunk, making a bunch of barricade or shields made out of ice, freeze, and any plant you plant on those lanes will be frozen. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this part because nothing much really happened. So here he's almost done. Just one bar down. Yeah, nothing much to say here. Just same old strat. Just damaging him. Making all the plants do the work. And just like that, he has been defeated. The excitement in my face is immeasurable. Next will be in the trip to the Lost City. The boss we'll be fighting is the Aerostatic Gondola, which is just the Zomboss flying a hot air balloon. So if you can see those gray tiles there, if a zombie steps on them, or if you plant a plant there, a giant boulder will crush everything in the lane, including zombies and plants. And if you can see the red stuff in the back, oh, and yes, I do have a booster for that purple guy, just to give me a bit of an advantage. Anyway, so if you can see the red tiles in the back, that happens. If a zombie steps on them, or if you plant a plant on them, they will burn everything in the lane, including plants and zombies. So yeah, his attacks are pretty basic. Just summoning a bunch of zombies every now and then. And stepping on the fire tiles every now and then too. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Yeah, just keep damaging him. The more damage you deal with him and the faster you do it, the better. So those purple guys, I actually have a booster to slow every zombie in the lane down. Or not in the lane, in the screen. It slows down zombies. And the strat is to put plant food on the plants to deal more damage to him. And yes, while plants are while the plants are in the plant food effect, they are invincible for a short amount of time. As you can see, a zombie stepped on one of those grey tiles, causing a boulder to destroy everything, except for that one plant that I gave a plant food to. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this part too, because nothing much really happens. Yep. And he's almost dead, just a few ones there. You can tell how frustrated I was that that shot missed, but it still dealt a crazy amount of damage to him. And just like that, he has been defeated. You can tell the sense of relief in my face. Hooray! Next boss will be in the far future, and we will be fighting the Tomorrowtron. Get it? Because it's the future, and he's a robot. Look at my cool glasses. Pay attention to those tiles, that will contribute a lot to this whole thing. So yeah, in this one, the plants are a bit weak, and the zombies are pretty strong. But luckily we have those tiles to help us. So if you see, if I put a plant food on a plant that's standing on a green tile, another one that is sitting on a green tile will also have the plant food effect, causing more damage. That is very, very helpful in this one. It also works for any colored tiles. So yeah, this one isn't really that strong. This boss isn't really that strong. All he does is summon a bunch of zombies and shoot a bunch of missiles every now and then, and stepping on your plants every now and then. Gargantuars arrived early. Putting a plant food in one there, and every single plant that is stepping on a green tile has the plant food effect, dealing more damage to the boss. I almost lost there. I almost had to use one lawnmower there, but luckily I got a plant food there. Just one bar down. As you can see, yeah, he got a little bit grumpy there and tried to step on some of my plants, but not to worry. Plant food effect. Luckily, I got a plant food there. And another. And just like that, the Tomorrow Man has been defeated. I am very happy here. Next will be the Dark Ages. And we will be fighting the Dark Dragon. Which is pretty much just a dragon that's a robot. A robotic dragon. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So as you saw, what he does is he breathes fire every now and then. Just like that. Burning your plants, and summons a bunch of zombies every now and then. So this boss is actually pretty tricky for me. I had a lot of hard times here, as you can see. And yes, I do have a booster for my shroom, for my magnet shroom, to give me a bit of an advantage, but that's not too much of a worry here. And every now and then he will shoot those fireballs that has those little midget zombies there. Yeah, just keep damaging him as much as you can. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward here because nothing much really happens. It's kind of boring actually. It's just a really long process. Nothing much happened. And here I actually had to use one lawnmower, sadly. First boss I had to use a lawnmower on. Made a lot of dumb decisions, as you can see. Yeah, just fast forward here again, nothing much really happens. Gargantuars has arrived. Yeah, I have to be careful here because in that lane I don't have a lawnmower anymore. I had to use another lawnmower there, sadly. You can tell that I was frustrated because I didn't use the magnet shroom well. Just one bar down. That was also a dumb decision. So I actually just had to use a power up there and another. But sadly I still had to use one lawnmower. That was the biggest mistake I ever made in this game. Biggest. And I apologize for that. Summoning a bunch of midgets. As you can see, I almost died there. If that midget has gone through, I would have been dead. But luckily, that shroom guy saved us. Just a couple more hits, and... a couple more hits, and yeah, this took such a long time, man. There you go. The zombie has been defeated. I have slain the zombie with my plastic sword. You can tell how frustrated I was. Anyway, yeah. One boss down. Next boss will be in the Neon mixtape. So the boss is the multi-stage masher, which is pretty much just the zombie boss performing a concert on the stage in your front lawn. So yeah, just deal as much damage to him as you can. So the goal here is to damage the speakers, because the speakers are the bosses. The more speakers you destroy, the more faster the boss will be defeated. And yes, I do have a booster for that beetroot headphones guy, to give me a bit of an advantage again. I know a lot of these boosters are really unnecessary, but this one is actually very helpful for this boss. I accidentally pressed that one, ignore. Oh, the music stopped. Another beetroot guy. Oh, and those skate guys, or skate girls, are very annoying as well. Really annoying zombies. Ha! It's kinda sad that the music stopped, but who cares, right? So yeah, those are just pretty much his attacks, summoning a bunch of zombies and then crushing your plants with speakers. Yeah, just destroy as much speakers as you can, and you can defeat the guy. It's pretty simple, actually. But actually harder than it seems. That gamer guy is here. Never mind. Oh, those Rockstar Gargantuars has arrived. Those guys are really annoying too. And just in time, too. I almost lost there, but hey, luckily I got to defeat that guy. So yeah, this boss isn't too difficult. Next boss is the Jurassic Marsh, the caveman era. So yeah, we'll be fighting a giant dinosaur. He's called the Dinotronic Mechasaur. Yeah, cool and creative too. Yeah, same strat. Just try to deal as much damage to him as you can. So yeah, the only annoying things in this one is the dinosaur guys. So that's why we use that mushroom thing to make them love us. Because if they don't, they actually are at an advantage to the zombies. But if we use those mushroom things to make them like us, they're actually an advantage to us. Yeah. Yeah, try to deal as much damage to him as you can. It's pretty simple. And yes, I do have a booster on the walnut guys. 2 bars down. Those zombies, those dinosaurs are really annoying. Yeah. Oh yeah, and he shoots lasers in his eyes every now and then. And there's a flying dinosaur that I forgot what it's called, that flies zombies to the back, which is very annoying. Just 1 bar down. Let's go. Sending a bunch of missiles every now and then as well from his mouth. Which is kind of unfair, honestly. Another dinosaur has arrived, but it doesn't really matter because he has been defeated. Let's go. Another boss down. Just 1 boss to go. Oh, I said. In celebration. Right, the final boss will be in the Big Wave Beach. Just a beach, yeah, a beach level. And we will be fighting the Sharkatronic sub. A submarine that's a shark, yeah. A robotic shark, basically. Yeah, this is actually the hardest boss I've fought in the entire game, because he is the final boss in the game. I had quite the fair share of difficulty in this one. Not because of the boss itself, but because they bombard you with so many bosses, or zombies here. Sorry, can you guys tell that I'm just improvising this commentary thing as I go? Oh yeah, and he does that, which he sucks every plant in the 2 lanes at where he's at, which kinda sucks. No pun intended. You know, it's really hard to play while you're holding a beach ball. I don't even know why I have that. I thought it would be funny, okay? Leave me alone. So yeah, as you can tell, you can't plant on the water unless you have a lily pad. And he's sucking all my plants again. Really annoying. Oh yeah, and my mom walked in my room while I was recording. So I was telling her to say hi. It's really funny. Yeah. But my mom asks me to crop her out. Accidentally paused there. 1 bar down. Yeah, just gonna fast forward here, because nothing much really happens except the Gargantuars has arrived. Yep. So I actually had to use another lawnmower here, which is really sad. Fast forward here again, another lawnmower has been used. And another lawnmower. And another. This really sucks because I'm only halfway through and I only have one lawnmower left. Yeah. So I can't die here because if I die, I have to start over again, and I don't want to do that. So fast forward here again, nothing much really happens. So because there were so many zombies coming around, I was really focused in this one, so I don't really have anything much to say actually. I had to use a power up there, which is very annoying. I just cannot die here, alright? This is the final boss, I cannot die. Fast forward again. There's so much zombies here. So I actually had no choice but to use another power up, which is very annoying. I feel so ashamed. Luckily that guy sucks out most of the zombies here, which is very helpful actually. Just a couple more hits and he's dead. He summons a bunch of sharks every now and then. Shamans? Yeah, shamans. Sucking out my plants again. Just one more hit. And I missed. And there we go. You can tell how happy I was that I was able to do that. So yeah, that was all the Plants vs. Zombies 2 bosses. Defeated in just one day, one go, no retakes, no deaths, 0 deaths. So yeah, that was pretty fun. It took me about a month to be able to do this, just because I had to play the entire game to get to those bosses, but either way it was pretty fun. Sure, I did use a bunch of cheesy strats every now and then, which is kind of, you know, unfair and stuff, but I had lots of fun either way. This was a very fun project. To be able to play a game that I've been playing since I was a kid was really fun to look back at. So yeah, this is Plants vs. Zombies 2, done, defeated all the bosses, and I didn't fight the final boss and the modern one because they're not really a new boss. He's just pretty much all the past boss that you have to fight at once. So that's why I didn't include them. So yeah, that was pretty fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a like. This took so long. I'm very happy, and yeah, bye.